If you enjoy farm podcasts, then tune into Carrot Cash Flow for all things farm business. Join us as we explore the latest trends, tips, and stories from market farmers running businesses just like yours. Whether you're a seasoned farmer or just starting out, our podcast has something for everyone. Listen in and grow with us. Available on all major podcast platforms. Don't miss out. Subscribe to Carrot Cash Flow today. I think it's an interesting model. One, just focusing on storage crops, because you hear a lot of market garden people, they're pushing quick turnover crops. And I'd say most farms are living off greens. Like greens are making the green for
Right.
them. How did that storage crop business come about? Was that in place before you got there?
Yeah, the business model that was there when I came on board. And I think it was from a process that Clem, the farm owner and person who started the farm, it was a process of refining through his experience working at other farms and managing other farms before he decided to start his own, where the farm that he was managing before this one, they were doing a lot of different things. They were doing the farmers market, they were doing CSA, straight to restaurants, bigger wholesale. And he found that through his years there, he just kept looking at the wholesale of root crops. And for whatever reason, it was just that was what was working the best in terms of time inputs, return on hours invested, least amount of really labor hours and work. And I think a big part of it is having a relationship with a buyer that's going to make that work. And I think, the focus on root crops really is only super viable in a wholesale setting where, we have really open lines of communication with our biggest customers where we go through crop planning together and they let us know what they're going to be able to sell the following season based on their projections. It's like having crop planning with, imagine 100 CSA members, but all at once over one email thread. And that takes the guesswork out of it. We know that our folks are able to move carrots and beets and radishes, and we found techniques to grow really high quality product of those vegetables. And we've built somewhat of a reputation with our buyers and then in turn their customers, that we're able to increase, not only make it work, but increase the amount of storage crops we're growing. That being said, we are trying to shift focus, maybe not shift focus, but we are trying to increase the amount of greens that we're growing on the shoulder seasons because, that there is something to that. There's money to be made in greens. And in some ways, our systems for greens are even simpler than that of our root crops.
Who are the types of companies buying pallets at a time of some of these root crops?
Yeah, so our three biggest customers are all operating at a slightly different scale from one another. So I'll go from smallest to biggest to answer that question. The smallest is a food hub in Greenville, South Carolina, which is about 60 miles from the farm. They come and pick up in Asheville. And so, yeah, they're like a hyper localized food hub where they're ordering smaller quantities of what we sell, and they're able to distribute it to, for them, mostly local restaurants, chefs that are interested. They've built up a reputation with chefs in the Greenville area. And then they also have a cafe and a grocery that they're selling our product directly through as well. Another one is a local food hub here in Asheville that's doing a similar thing, just at slightly larger scale. And I say scale for them, they're distributing within 100-mile radius of Asheville. So what we sell to them is ending up mostly in health food stores, local CSAs that are amalgamating products from various local farms, restaurants. And then our biggest customer is based in the Durham area, so the center of the state in the Piedmont. And they also come and pick up here in Asheville. And they're kind of operating at a scale where our product is getting into Whole Foods around North Carolina. In some cases, they're selling our product to Wegmans, which is another bigger grocery chain in the Mid-Atlantic region up into the Northeast. And besides that, they're also selling to a bunch of co-ops and restaurants and smaller grocery stores around the Piedmont, North Carolina.
Hey there, guess what? If you're a farmer, you can have your low tunnels paid for by the NRCS. They have this cool new program where farmers can get $4 to $5 for each square foot to help with a Quick Hoops low tunnel system, frames and fabric included. It's like free money to help you grow more stuff on your farm. Want to learn more about Quick Hoops and the NRCS program? Click on the link below.